Happy Saturday, everybody. Today is March 12th, 2022. I say that because normally I do the market update roughly around this time. I did it yesterday, so if you want to see numbers from Mushoku Tensei and all that, my thoughts on it, then check out the video from March 11th. Today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to go over my Weiss Schwarz survey. And the reason I did a survey was because I actually wanted to do a giveaway. And for the people that filled that out and from the United States, there will be 3 winners for $15 gift cards to TCG Player. That is not sponsored by TCG Player. It's basically, I have an affiliate link. You use that link, make any purchases, I get a percent back, and I just do giveaways with them. I'm not keeping any of that except for the cents, because I'm not going to deal for cents. But anyways, we're going to go through that survey today, and just so people know, I didn't ask you if I'm going to share any personal stuff. So if you did mention anything personal, I am not including that in this video at all. So don't worry about that. I wouldn't do anything like that. There's a funny story. That's not a funny story. It was actually a pretty sad story. I remember when I first started working, and first year that I was in, we had to do feedback for everybody, and someone figured out that I was the one that gave the feedback. It was constructive criticism. And that person got really mad, and I got dragged into a meeting with my boss and that person. That was not a fun time. But so I know about personal stuff, and you're not going to see that, so have no worries, okay? All right, let's move on. And because this is a giveaway video, what I've always said is I am not going to edit the video, just so you know that this is actually true and the winners are the winners. So it's not going to be edited. It'll be, I'm going to aim for after all these questions. And if not, I'm not done with all the questions, then look for around the 20-minute mark. Okay, so that's where the giveaway will be. And let's go. So first one I asked was, would you describe yourself as a player, collector, investor, or a combination of all those? I kind of wanted to get a feel for who was watching this, and at the same time know like where you're coming from when you answer these questions. It's pretty neat to see, because I know people have these thoughts about what my videos actually are for like collectors, investors, and all that good stuff. And the thing it was pretty amazing. Oh, I had 29 respondents, which was really cool, because again, I didn't blast like I'm having a giveaway on my title or anything like that. It really was just to see the people that watch these videos, like just what you would answer. And the majority, you could see right here, there's 24, 24, 24. Not sure why Excel decided to piece it out that way, but we got player, collector, collector, investor, and collector. So all across the board, we got, it's kind of neat to see, we got collector, investor holding a piece of that, basically a fourth of that, player, collector, and collector. So if you add these all together in a way, like you have collectors is the, I guess when you do the Venn diagram, you got collectors watching this, which is pretty cool. That's what I wanted to see. The fascinating part is we got player, player, player. And I say fascinating because I know there's like, I feel like this video I'm going to say more than I should, because there's one of the feedback that I got about not being firm with what I want, because I don't want to make people angry or upset or something like that. And that's partially true from what I've been saying all along. I just don't need to tick people off, but I'll get a little bit better about that. With players, it's kind of neat to actually see, because I think it's one of those ones, even though that you're not looking to have, like from a pure player standpoint, you don't want to just, you just want to play the game. You don't think about money, but at the same time, since it's a collectible card game, I think at some point there should be a little bit of thought like, man, this card's valuable, or just at the same time thinking about like how much this card is going to cost in the future, so you can plan appropriately, right? Like if you wanted an SR and you look at UUT, then you can actually budget for that. I think there's that awareness, and it's pretty cool to see. I mean, there's that slim little pie here that says 10% just pure player. And the interesting part is just 4% is pure investor. And I know the sample size is small, but at the same time, it makes me happy in a way to see like that it's not just purely players or investor that we have here. It's a collection of all of it, which is what I like to see. And that's the truth about collectible card games. I think that's what it should be. Like most people out there have a little bit of interest in maybe all 3 or a piece of the 2. Okay, what keeps you playing or buying Weiss? This is pretty interesting. And I say interesting because it shouldn't be too far from reality what you think in your mind about why people buy Weiss. Like the resounding thing that I see was the anime itself, whether you like the anime because you want to watch it, collect it, just like the characters. Overall, 19 out of 29, that's 60, roughly 66%, came back and said it's the anime. Next is collectible high-end cards and signatures with we 41%. And then playing the game, of course, this is an actual card game, building decks. Playing the card game, building decks, 21%. Artwork, you can see this artwork. I don't need to read this to you in a way. I think it's really cool overall that you have a bunch of people that the resounding thing is you love the anime, and I think that's what we all are here for. Whether you want to collect the thing, whether you want to play it, you can come into this community and meet new people as we have down here. I specifically put waifus because people are like, they literally wrote waifus, so I had to break apart people's answers, but waifus is there. I know that could be under like anime and all that, but I don't know. I just wanted to break that. I thought that was a little funny to me. And then lastly is investment, which again, I show you down here as one person literally said that. Why are you applying or buying? That was literally it. That, and I think that's cool again, just because it shows that overall community wise that we're seeing is even though this is a nice investment, like the maybe it's just my audience that I'm even talking to, your sole focus is investment, which is fine, perfect, it's okay. But at the same time, you could see like all these other people that have other ideas about like why they're playing or buying into it. I think overall pretty much showed like if we go back to this pie chart, right? You got collector investor, player collector investor, and there's pure investor. And you could see right here that out of all the things that's what keeps you playing or buying Weiss, literally just one respondent said investment, which is pretty much a good, healthy, I guess, economy in a way that you have a lot of people just playing this or collecting it, and not just pure investment, which is what people has always thought all along that a lot of this is. And that's why I've done the videos that I've done, is because I knew all along that it's not all about the investment. People will come into this game collecting and playing it and not just purely looking at the dollars as an investment sort of thing. Are there any improvements Bushy Road should be making? I will say, even though I need to actually exit this 1 second. I can't edit this video, so now that you saw that, I'm just going to move this up on the screen. Nope. Okay. What improvements can we have Bushy Road? So I will say, even though it just says improvements, there were times where people did give compliments, okay? A lot of the compliments were, great for your transparency, great for what you've been trying to do with online over the pandemic. Uh, Trying to bring over certain things like Tokyo Revengers coming out at the same time, even though that flopped a little bit, you actually attempted to do it, which is pretty cool. Okay, so first that we got, and I ranked them by like how many people said it. Mapping is, I would say more of a hot topic than it was back in the day. Not many people really talked about it back then, but that was the whole reasons for some of my videos coming out towards the beginning, is this whole mapping thing with new people coming in. So people don't like mapping, it's a problem, and at the same time, there were some solutions, right? Some people said, add serial numbers to SRs and triple rares. I've talked about that a few times. I think that would be a plus, because then you have a reason to open it. It's just randomly through cases. You don't know if it's like one per case or anything like that, but it shouldn't be. But at the very least, like what we consider dead boxes might actually have something nice in it instead of just being dead. So random SPs and SSPs on top of current rates. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Right now, like with Mushoku Tensei, wasn't it 1 SSP and 2 SP? Wouldn't it be nice if you could get a third SP or another SSP? That seems wrong, like saying SSP, but because then that would dilute the amount of SSP and all of that. You can tell I'm thinking this through right now as I'm doing it. I'm just going along with you. This is kind of actually how I do my videos. I think about it a little bit beforehand, but today I'm just going with it because my power and internet. Anyways, no, I've said that before as well. I think having randomness, adding whatever something special to it, whether it's the serial numbers, whether it's increased amount of SPs or SSPs, I think that would be great. It at very least would make a person question, should they open them all or really actually sell them because they think it's dead? Next one is bring more JP sets over. I think this is the hard part with that is when, for me, Weiss Schwarz English side always looks for winners, right? Like as in, we're going to put out one set a month, roughly one set a month, and we need it to do really well because we need it to sell. We need it to do good. Like on the JP side, they're able to actually pump out more sets, like 1 or 2 releases every month, and we can't do that here just because we're not able to take all that product in. There's not the market. I still feel isn't big enough, even though anime is on the rise, Weiss Schwarz is on the rise in English. It's still not there yet. We're not there at the point where we can say that every time they put out a product, it's going to sell out every time. And also, I don't think they can even handle the capacity on printing. We've seen there's like errors. They need to hire more, right? That is the whole reason, like on this next Tokyo Revengers, it's not coming out at the same time. There's not enough people to take the work in, translate it, and pump it out. We don't know what happened on Tokyo Revengers. It could have been the JP side was slow and they didn't get it over to the English side for translation and designs, and you had all that censoring stuff happening. So it could have been multiple things that happened there. And because of that, we got delayed on Tokyo Revengers. For them to be able to do that, they would probably need like at least 2 teams of people. If it were me, I would have like 2 teams of people, 2 designers and 2 translators and all that. You could see why you want to do that, because you can have one team work on one month and another team work on the other month and chain it through kind of like that. That's what really needs to happen. I don't know how big their department is to actually handle that. But even then, so JP sets coming over, I'd like to see more sets, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. That was my whole thought process on Rebirth for You, because people are wondering, I've been asked a couple times why Rebirth for You is even a thing. My whole thought on that was, it's a second game that they can sell through, and at the same time, there are anime titles that are big right now that they can't put out from Weiss Schwarz because there's too big of a schedule already, right? Like if JP's already pumping out 1 to 2 a month and you have English only being able to handle 1 a month, do you really want to let Laid by Camp go by for 2 to 3 years when right now it's hot? And in order to take care of that, then you'd put it out for Rebirth for You. At the very least, they can somewhat capitalize on the now versus in the later. At the same time, it sucks for people that laid back camp like I do. I'm just gonna have to buy it for Rebirth for You, and we're gonna go from there. Rebirth for You, though, we do have I wanted to do an opening with a guest, but I don't know if he's able to do that. I think he's been really busy. It's been like over a month. It's been over a month, and Konasu's about to come. So I have, again, if you don't see this, I have D4DJ. I got these things. I got D4DJ trial decks, and then I also have, I got one of each. I just didn't bring all down. And then I got these. So I have to open them one of these days because I really wanted to do that, but I was waiting for the guest. So we'll see. I might just have to do it by myself at this point, or dig somebody else up. D4DJ week, by the way, like went off the rails. I got too busy, but at the same time, I got copyright striked on my Photon Maiden one. Yeah, I guess they didn't like me using the concert video, but I thought it was really cool. It was a bit of a downer. I know people actually enjoyed it, like where I mashed the anime with the actual live performance, but I get why it could be copyright strike, but at the same time, it's a little disappointing since I don't see official videos of that. I hope they do it at some point. I think it'd be really cool. So I had to pull my Peaky one down as well, which is a little sad. I enjoyed that one so much. It was so much fun. So D4DJ, Rebirth for You, Konosuba coming out at the end of March, which I should be getting. I'm going to be doing all of those at some point. Okay, so that's bring more sets over. More original card art, low resolution and design. I know people don't really like there. Some people are cool with the screen captures. I'm more than okay with that. If they add more original art, I'm not going to have a problem with that. I think that would be neat to actually see. I know what comes along with that. You got low resolution, the design. I know there was a lot of complaints about Ruby. Tokyo Revengers with the SPs. I know people aren't liking just like the different color like backgrounds, the one that has like that bullet hole through it. So I get it. I think more original art, card art would be really cool. Same time, it's like it's the whole turnaround time. I don't know how the creative process actually goes, right? Like um, about getting different character designs or artwork that they could put on there, like working with the actual people that own like the anime. So I don't know how that happens. Hopefully you can get more. I know there's manga art. I know someone brought up Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, and that has manga art. I know with Quints for your Hanayome rares, we got that on there. So I think it'd be cool. I'm not against it. I'm fully for it. I like the screen captures myself personally because anybody that have seen the videos where I take the anime and then show you where the cards come from, like I enjoy that because it reminds me of that. But having more original art in there would be really cool too. I wouldn't mind that. Advertising is an interesting one because they're attempting to do slightly more, right? You had creators actually getting to preview Ruby. That in itself was like an interesting time period, right? Because uh, what was it? What was it that happened? That's right. There was a lot of people upset at like the people that were chosen for it. I think it was like a step in the right direction. Me personally, I was okay with the picks that they would have. Some of them could have been a little bit better. I'm not dismissing anybody, or maybe you could added more people to it. I say a little bit, a person being a little bit better because it's like there was a giant pool of people to pick from, and I know like some people are getting upset about some that were picked. Like for me, I'm okay with it. To me, it stepped in the right direction, but there was that feeling out there that that wasn't the greatest of choices. But plus side advertising, I've showed before where on their YouTube page you can find that they have that 15-second thing that there's a set coming out, and sometimes those get pretty huge, like 80, 90, 100,000 views, something like that. So wherever they're dropping it, they need to do a little bit more than that, and especially earlier on. I think the hard part about these things is they're saying pre-orders are open now or on sale now, depending on the set. It was like already sold out by the time it got there. Pre-order, that didn't really mean us. That actually meant like the game stores, so or the LGS, and it didn't help anybody because they weren't able to find it. One of I'm just gonna skip down to it. There is a update store list. So if you're trying to get into Weiss Schwarz and you saw that, hey, pre-order now, and you go out to the store list on their actual website, the store list is old, right? Like it's not updated. I wish they would say updated as of like a date on there. Then you know actually it's been updated. But there's definitely stores that are on there that don't do this anymore. So advertising, we could do with a little bit more. Hopefully, with the growth in Weiss Schwarz English side, we can see a little bit more advertising. And I think the hard part about that is it's like what form, like where does it need to be? I've shown where it was on my anime list. You could see there is a advertisement for Tokyo Revengers, so they do it, and it was like way months in advance, like to the point where it's like it shouldn't have been there because there's no one that would have been able to pre-order it. It just seemed really odd to have that advertising on my anime list that early on. Special collector items with promos in it. I do have like some, what do I got? Like props. We got some props over here. So we got Ruby, right? So collector items with promos. I know this isn't like collector item. This is a supply set, so it's not really like a collector item. Like when I read that collector items with promo in it, I guess you could say, do we really have it? Premium booster boxes, like especially with Bang Dream coming up because they're targeted, I guess, to collectors. You could put like a special promo in there. Um, I have, what do we got here? We got Magic the Gathering. So this is your standard draft box. This is for Ikoria, which I thought was always cool. And it was during the pandemic time, which made it even more fun. But then you have this collector box that went with it. So I don't know if that's what you're looking for as special collector items with promo. Actually, we have the, now that I'm talking through this, like we got the Little Buster set. That was a collector's set. And I do like that one. I do like that. It almost reminds me of the Quintessential Quintuplets set, the Quintessential set. Right, kind of collector's item. You got, well, it felt like a collector's item, but it could have been a player item as well because you got that sign card, you got all those fancy foils, you got all the trial deck cards. It was pretty cool. And here's my Ikoria collector booster. Ooh, I do like it. I love Magic the Gathering. It's so nice. That is one of those ones where it's just, I wish I could just collect it forever and have everything for Magic the Gathering. It's a fun thing. Oh, we are 21 minutes in, so let me just take a second here. What we're going to do is, I said around 20 minutes time, we are going to do the giveaway. So not show me, show this. Okay, so just so you know, this is how I'm going to do this giveaway. All right, so follow with me. Again, this giveaway was given to, you were qualified if you filled out that survey. You didn't have to fill out every question, but there were certain questions you had to fill out at the end to identify yourself. You have to be in the United States because it's TCG player. I apologize to my Canadian friends there, but hopefully in the future I'll be able to do it. And what I'm going to do is, your names are on here, you can see it. What I always do is I spin it 2 times. And then on the third one is the real one. I spin it the 2 times because I want to make sure you can see the wheel actually works. So unfortunately, the first 2 people that actually get their name picked, you're not going to win. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th will be the ones for this giveaway. Okay? Okay. With that, we are going to do it. Again, you're going to get a $15 TCG player card, and we're going to push this button. Okay, so this is number 1. This doesn't count. This is our practice one, right? I feel so bad for you, Riza. Like I think that's the 2nd time that happened. Okay, we're gonna close. I'm not hitting remove. I'm pressing close. Your name is still on here. All right, I'm gonna push this button. There was 29 people that responded. There was a couple people that actually just didn't want to be in the giveaway. So thank you again for filling it out. Anybody that was not from the United States, thank you again for filling out as well. The number 2 does not count. And we got long string of username here. I know what that is. You just go to YouTube and find it. I'm just joking. I left it there because that's how you wrote it. All right, so good luck to everybody. This is the 3rd spin, so whoever wins this one will count. We got Trainer Dell. If you haven't checked out Trainer Dell's videos, there is a lot of videos actually. So congratulations, Trainer Dell. Check out his videos as well. Next up, oh my god. Sorry. Alright. Congratulations, That Us Bizarre Adventure. And last one. Vincent Lin, my email friend. Okay, so what I need you all to do is I need you to write me back to my email address, which is in my description or on my user profile, wherever you want to find it. There is an email address. You have 1 week to do this from today. You need to email me with your YouTube username and your number that you have chosen in that survey. You need to tell me these 2 things because I need to make sure it's actually you. With Vincent, I'm pretty sure you're good because we talk all the time, but at the same time, please just do that, and then I'll get you your $15 TCG Player gift card. So again, appreciate everybody that filled out this survey, and anybody that purchases through TCG Player. Like I said, if you're gonna go through TCG Player and buy anything and don't have anybody else that you want to use an affiliate link on, just feel free to use mine, because all this goes back to everybody. I really appreciate you doing that, and I know like the people that are winning these things really appreciate it too. So thank you again. Apologize to anybody that didn't win, but we're gonna have more in the future, because as long as everybody keeps buying, I guess we'll just have more in the future. By the way, I am almost at 500, which is really exciting to me, because then I get that community post thing. It's actually been almost a year that I've been making Weiss Schwarz video. It's pretty nuts like that. People actually want to hear this stuff. I actually didn't even think I was going to be here all this time. I wanted to just make videos to help people out, and I basically told myself I'll be here like 2 months and then I'm gone. Really, I didn't have any long-term plans to be here. It really was just to help people out. And then I just realized to myself, I just wanted to talk to somebody about Weiss Schwarz, and I got nobody. I got no LGS, I got nobody. You are it. So you people are it. I know some of the survey responses kind of like said stuff like that about the videos I do, and it feels like the way I talk to you. So just so you know, because I'm not trying to say anything personal or anything like that, based on your survey, I'm just saying like, you understand. That's literally why I'm here. And kind of just what you're feeling is what I'm doing, because you are the people that I talk to about this stuff. I have no one else to talk to Weiss Schwarz about, and it's really for the fun of it. That's why, like when I showed that pie chart with all the different people in it, I'm like, I think it's really, really cool, because I do get to talk to players, and I do get to talk to collectors, and there's some of you that ask investment questions and things like that. So it's really, really neat that I get to talk to you. Okay, so that's it. I mean, if you're just here for the giveaway, it's over. I'm gonna finish this survey, and we'll go from there. So next up, special collector Iron's Pro. Okay, we did it. Need a restriction list. Done. This has just happened, and I hope you like what was on that list. So if you hated Dow, you hated Kaguya, you wanted it to be opened up for more different stuff, then there you go. It's definitely out there. More signatures versus stamps. So I took this in 2 different ways. It's like Aniplex. So when we got hit with the Aniplex stuff, no signs, then yeah, that was out there. I forgot to say it, but Kaguya 2. It'll be neat to see what happens with Kaguya Set 2, right? Does that mean Aniplex, if it comes out here, will it have signed cards or not? Like actual signatures on them or not? Because then it's like, does it... I don't know how Build Divide is actually doing at this point. Do you think it's doing well? I'm not really sure. I haven't looked too much into it, and I haven't heard a lot of people really talking about it. So we'll see what's happening there. But Kaguya 2, hopefully that'll tell us one way or the other. We know Fate, Grand Order, Camelot, that's not going to have it. But maybe in a year's time, the world will be different. Kaguya 2 will actually have signatures on it, because I really hope it does. I mean, it would be really cool. Okay, more reprints. So in there we knew Nazarick happened, right, from a survey. I don't know what happened with Slime, if that was in the survey too, but I think this is one of my this was one of my suggestions to Bushy Road, is we need that survey more often. I think having more information, but at the same time you need to gather it, you need to analyze it and all that stuff. And the other side of it is, do people listen on, like, will Bushy Road corporate actually listen to some of the stuff that we have to say? Like, you can see this list here. There's a list of people, a list of, let's say, suggestions from people that definitely would be nice to see answered, implemented, something like that. So I think for more reprints, we need this survey than outright just writing on their Facebook page, because I don't know if that actually does anything at all. I know they probably read some of it. At the same time, when you have a survey, solid numbers, you're able to point back and tell corporate, look, these are the actual numbers, okay? Better IPs. Better IPs. I know, like, I've seen that, and people suggested it over times. I broke it out away from, there was like the JP one, bring more sets from JP, because I think this better IP means like actually stuff that doesn't exist today, and I think everybody has suggestions on that. I don't know how they go about picking it. Maybe it's license fees. They look at popularity of anime and the time around it. Like the person that I strongly support this. I think it's funny. It's funny to me, but I'm like, that's dedication. The guy that always rates Nichijou on Facebook posts, no matter what it is, it's not on every post, but a good number of them say, bring that here. And more power to you. You're trying. Okay, expensive. Well, that sucks because I will agree 100% that cards in general are expensive. Like when I look around and see all the different boxes and all the different, like look at my ledgers and all this stuff about what I own and all that, and I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot of money. Like just thinking about set to set of like you literally buy a playset, like screw everything else, you just buy a playset throughout the entire year of every set. Can you imagine how much that is? It's amazing how much money people are able to put in this. We know there was an announcement that prices will be going up. It'll be outside of the booster boxes, which technically got a price increase because of the case size now. We have bigger cases. So trial decks have definitely gone up. Supplies set when they come out. If like we don't get them all the time, they should be going up as well, which really stinks. But at the same time, definitely understandable given like the nature of the world we live in now. Everything's going up, paper, shipping, gas, all that good stuff. They have to increase it. It only makes sense that they have to. But it does suck. It's expensive. At the same time, if you were, now that I think about it, with recent things that have happened with, I say collector cards, like you could say the foil type cards, yeah, it's getting way more expensive. Base cards are definitely going down, so stuff that makes a playset definitely going down. So it depends on, at the same time, like what side of the fence you're on. If you're a collector, it's gonna hurt even more. If you are just a player, it's not so bad because playsets have gone down. It's overall really, really nice. And I would say one other thing that doesn't get talked about too much. Here's this. This is an online game. I'm skipping down to it. There is Weiss Fight out there. I was playing it on it yesterday actually. You There is Weiss Fight. So if you can't actually afford this game, then go out to Weiss Fight, make a deck on Encore deck, and just play against somebody. I think that is at least viable. You're still playing the game, you're still understanding the game. It sucks that you don't have that card in your hand, but at the same time, it's still something if you actually like the game. So it depends on what side of the fence expensive actually means there. Dates on cards would be useful. So this one was interesting too. Like when I was thinking about it, let's see. There's only one card that I actually have here right now. Bam! I only have a card right here. And this is from Assault Lily. I actually bought these because I know I don't buy Japanese cards all too often, but the chance of this actually coming out to English was like zero. So I had to use this one. And dates on cards, I can only, obviously, like when I get the survey, there's some answers lead to more questions. So I wonder if that means like as part of like a first edition kind of thing, because there a date on this thing? Like I'll put this one here. I don't think so. I don't know. The best you get is like the set number, right? Like this all, does it say SE37? Yeah, like all you get is that set number. By the way, these cards are cool. I love Sumugi Risa. She's good. She's our lady from Photon Maiden, and she's also Chew too. And when I saw these cards, I'm like, oh shoot, I gotta have them. So they come in SR form, shiny form. I love that she's holding that Weiss Schwarz card. Look at her. And then you also have the normal version. So pretty cool. They're still out there in the world. It just came out February, something like that. So I wanted to show that, show those cards. So I take it that that's what you mean by actual update. If not, let me know. Okay. Better card list preview. I agree. When I make those anime that become trading cards, it is a pain in the ass. I will tell you. Like to get that. Like it's not just like I gotta record all the anime. I gotta get all the cards, and then I gotta find it, and then I gotta edit them all in there. It's just insane. But like at the same time, like the card list previewer, I'd agree it needs some updates. I think if a Bushy Road or Weiss Schwarz survey does come out there, I would definitely flesh out the details on that. I don't know if they'd ever be able to do that because you could see what they have on the JP side as well. And they probably have stats on like how much that's actually used. I feel like it's definitely used, but the relative, what is it, cost to benefit, I'm not sure, but I would definitely put more details in there on it. Update the store list. We did more transparency. So that came in the form of right like delays outside of COVID. Oh, so more transparency as in like what's going on like with the so underneath was delays. I broke that actually out, but um, I guess with I have to go back to that now that I'm thinking about it. I'm like, was there just the delays outside of COVID? I think there was like about the tournaments and everything else. So basically, go out on the Facebook, and if you just read this generic sounding like announcement, and you have more questions, that's where the more transparency comes in. The other one pointed out was delays outside of COVID. So you had Data Bullet Surprise Set and Tokyo Revengers. That was kind of like lumped in there with like Rent a Girlfriend saying that, oh, because of the delays with the global and just production issues in general, these are going to be delayed. So that obviously was a bit too generic. We probably could have guessed that the surprise set was definitely production error. We knew that PR cards were in there in the extra booster that shouldn't have. Tokyo Avengers, there's no way they translated that in time. And I'm not blaming the English translation team or anything like that. We have no clue. But something happened on the production side and didn't come out in time. More online play. I know people really did enjoy it because right there's people that aren't able to get to an actual location, right? When you look at the United States Springfest list, there is not a whole lot of locations on there, so people need to actually make a journey to get to some actual tournaments. I think I keep seeing where people are like, where's the Canada one, or where's this one for this country? So online play at the very least gives people an option to play an actual tournament without actually having to travel. We know there was like issues with cheating and all that. That I've talked about that. It happens in every game. We just have to come out with more procedures, I guess. Online game, that would be cool. I would really like an online official game. I mean, they got one for Vanguard. Be cool with this. I know people have talked about it before where there's going to be licensing issues and all that good stuff. Or to me, it's going to be a limited time period that they can actually sell certain cards for. And then you have people upset that they can't buy like a certain set. But I think that's the only way you can go with it. Like with an online game is to have limited, I guess, bring out the Bushy Road stuff, I guess have Bang Dream, and then as new sets come out, you have them available for sale for a certain time. So let's say Mushoku Tensei. Mushoku Tensei comes out, maybe have it in your licensing that you can sell the digital version for 3 months, and then it moves on to the next one and the next one and the next one, right? So you'll have a time period where you'll have Mushoku Tensei, Rent a Girlfriend, Hollow Live, like on the online game that you can purchase, and month after month they start rolling off. Okay, and the top card bending. So I did actually get this one person that has issues with bending of cards, and it only happens on their top one. So my thing is like, do you mean like bent as in bent, like actual bent, or did they Pringle? Because if they're Pringle, I mean, it sounds like when I read your stuff, you've been around for a while, so I think if it was the Pringling effect, then you would have already known that. So I probably need some more information. I mean, we all know with the Pringles, it's something to do with humidity, like humidity, I believe. And then you just got to throw it in, like people throw it in sleeves, put a book on top of it, and pray and hope for the best, and have a bunch of those desiccants, yeah, to get the water out. So, okay, that's it. Next thing, comments. Anything about the channel or anything you want to see. So if you go back to what I just said about feedback, like way in the beginning, I don't mind anybody saying anything about it as long as it's respectful. You can tell me like my videos are terrible for these reasons, right? Like, or I guess you wouldn't say terrible. You're like, they could be like, what is the professional way of saying it? They can be improved for these reasons. There you go. Like that's all you got to say. I think any like giving feedback is one of the greatest things that anybody can ask for. Like I've talked about it where I get feedback at work and it's like, great, good job, you're the best, or thanks for doing things really quickly. But then I don't actually get like, this is how you can improve, and maybe that's just how they see it, or they're being too nice. So feel free to give honest feedback to me at any point. Like it's just that's how it is. Like some people take offense to it. I'm cool with it as long as you're not like I'm 41 minutes in this. I could probably say whatever I want now. As long as you're not an asshole, right? Let's just go with that. I think I'm going to go with this one. This guy, this person, I can't say if you're a guy or not, be more firm. So I'm just going to say what it is. We're 41 minutes in. I think I could say whatever I want now. Um, any comments about the channel or anything you want to see? Constructed personal decks. This was interesting to me because I think that's the player side coming out on some people in that pie chart, right? I think it's really cool that people want to actually see constructed personal deck. There was a commentated game down here. I ordered these not in any order. I think this is towards the end where I just started putting these answers on here. Um, so we have and gameplay video actually. And the cool part is, it's just like we don't care what kind of gameplay it was. It could be with your family. It could be literally against yourself because I do play Weiss Fight against myself. Or commenting an actual game, constructed personal deck. So I think it's neat because like my channel, I targeted a specific audience because I wanted to make sure why I said I was only going to be here for 2 months was I wanted to target a certain group of people, which were new people, to just help you out, to give you some advice. But then I started getting into like, I see all the issues with Weiss Schwarz, and you could like if you look through all my videos over time, you could see like there is a progression. Like I actually had a goal in mind, and it crazily evolved into something else. Um, but there is still real goals that I have for this channel. I never knew that. I always figured I wasn't going to do any gameplay or constructed decks. So here's my answer to that. Because there is so many other people out there. Not that I don't want to do it, because I think it would be fun to play against some of you people. But at the same time, there's so many people out there that I think that is worth actual viewing. So the other day, right, when I talked about um, Bro, and I used Weiss Tea Time, I think we knew from way back when I started like these Weiss videos, there wasn't a whole lot of content creators. And like the whole idea with content creators inside of a specific group. So let's just say Weiss Schwarz, right? Like you could say Weiss Schwarz is Pokemon, Magic the Gathering. So in that actual category, you lift each other up. And even though you may hate the other person, and I'm saying that not specifically about anybody, I don't hate really anybody in life because I think that's a terrible way to live, like just to have hate in your heart. But when you have a content like this, you lift each other up. As in, if you watch my videos, there's other people like kind of similar to me that you probably would watch their videos as well. So we all grow together. And my point to that is I don't want to do it all slash I don't have the time to do it all. I would like to do it all. I'd like to do more openings or even just talk about cards, but there's so many wonderful people out there, right? Like, so you have that Weiss Tea Time, and whoever subscribed to them, thank you. Thank you for doing that. You have Weiss Tea Time, you have Wild Wild Weiss, you have all these other great people. I've talked about Pittsburgh, Strictly Broken. You have smaller people that are out there trying to make videos as well. You should check them out. I think it's awesome to have all that. I don't want to be that guy that does it all because of the reasons I just named. I think there's plenty of people out there that do that. I mean, I will try to get a gameplay video if what is it? My older niece, the one that actually said she's gonna play, that took those trial decks. I'll play her with trial decks. Hopefully you're gonna be happy with it. I don't know. I don't know when's the next time I'm gonna see her. She lives she lives within the state, but it's a good hour and some away. So I don't get all that often a chance to see her. But by then, if you're still watching this, niece, I'm going to kick your ass. And what deck did she take? She took Rent a Girlfriend and she took Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah, she took Seven Deadly Sins. I think I could beat her. Like just, but every deck has their day. So there you go. I hope you understand that. I think it's one of those ones, you know, like I made it to, well, I think I was at 475 subscribers, which is an amazing thing when you look at like the top content creator in Weiss Schwarz, right? Like when you look at, and I think it's not even someone that's actually still doing it. It's someone from a long time ago. So it's this channel, this group is not big at all. Like as in Weiss Schwarz in general. We don't have a ton of like uh, highly subscribed channels in there, but as you can see, like it's growing. There's a ton of people coming in, and I guess the subscriptions are following through. So same time, like I said, if you can, subscribe to all those people. Do that. I mean, I like when I see someone new, I definitely try to I not try, but I do subscribe to them and check out their work. It might not be the best for me, like as in like some of these could be better, and I'm not saying my videos are good either, but I think the more the better. That's why I say share the love. Just go out there. Subscription costs nothing. Just hit the button. Like it makes someone's day. Like if a person had like 5 subscribers to then wake up one morning and have 20 subscribers, it makes them happy and they want to make more content. So I sucked at the very beginning. Like if I go back and watch my first videos, and I really need to update some of them, but like it's definitely come along. Like I got lighting now. It's not real lighting. Like if I show you my lighting, you're like, I mean, it does the job because I didn't expect to be here so long. So we got these. That's where that was a really long tangent on that. Collection showcases. So the reason why I had all this stuff here is because I cannot show you everything I have. Um, so I'm just showing you my recent just liking. So again, this is something that I liked recently. So that's why I have this here. Um, Voice actor card collection. And the reason again, every now and then I'm not trying to make this personal or anything, but every now and then I still get some kind of messages, and I could care less about these messages. People just get banned and all that, but um, I am not going to, let's say, jeopardize my own privacy or my, let's say, family safety by like um, doing these videos at all. So because of that, I am not going to show you everything I have collection-wise because with how many SPs are out there in the world, right? Like think about SPs, SSPs. If I just said I bought X SSP that was from like 3 years ago, there's only so many people in the world that would actually have that, and if they sold one recently, they're like, okay, well that's the guy. Um, I also do try. I mean, I know this is paranoid, but you know, when you get someone sending you messages about like doxing you and all that, you just do it. It's not worth it. Like for that time period, I was like, it's not worth it to make these videos if something happens to my family or some crazy person comes out of like nowhere and confronts me or something. It's not worth it. But at the same time, like I do like doing this and I like talking to you all. So I'm here, and that's the trade-off. So me doing that trade-off is I'm just not going to show everything because I can't, because it's unfortunate, really. So we got voice actor card collection. So Edo Rose 2 is coming out. It's on the Bushy Road Global Online Store. And then we got this one. So Ayasa. I like her a lot. I can't wait to open these. I honestly, I just need my niece to come back. She wanted to open it the one day, but she was had to go home because she had to work the next day. You saw the Magic the Gathering? Oh, Pokemon. Pokemon. I know this isn't Weiss Schwarz, but like Brilliant Stars. So over here again we have, oh, I should have used that for that whole collector's thing because right again Pokemon has these elite trainer boxes, but recently they've started doing this whole Pokemon Center elite trainer box. So kind of neat, right? You have like the regular one and then this fancy box one. The newest one coming out, forget what it's called, but it's out on the Pokemon Center, and I've bought a few of them because they actually look really nice. So, Brilliant Stars, I can't wait to actually open it. My niece, my not youngest niece, I guess my fourth youngest niece, she saw these, if I didn't say it before, she saw these YouTube videos. I didn't want my family to actually watch any of these YouTube videos, but it ended up happening that way. And she saw these and she was like, I want to be on YouTube. Those other people got to be on here. So one day I'm going to have her open Pokemon because she's not old enough for why. She ain't going to understand anything about it. Anime and all that. She's not old enough for all that, but she wanted to open something. So I think best not to open Weiss Schwarz. We're going to open something else. Next, where to buy Weiss? Where to buy Weiss? There's somebody asking about where you actually buy it or how you go about looking for a place to buy. So I will try because what I've been doing is buying from different stores. The reason is I just want to see how these other stores are doing. So I buy from my main place. But then with these releases, I'm trying out all these different stores. So then I can have like, let's say, a wide breadth of stores to choose from. And if they're actually good, then I will go from there. I will actually buy from them more often. I think it's worth giving people some patronage just to see how they are. I think it's nice to build up that way. Too long. The videos are too long. I agree. Like I go, crap, this is gonna be a short video, and then I look over and it's 20 minutes later. I agree with you because I guess I just have a lot to say, or I'm just saying it really slow, and people don't have time. But um, that's just how I am, and I don't think I can change it. I remember there was a time that I tried to break it up and do like that, but there's too much effort for me to do that. I don't think I can change that personally, truthfully. I don't know if I can actually change that at all. That's how it is. We cross. You would like to see We Cross. I don't know where I think I know where I stand on We Cross. It looks like a pretty cool looking game. I don't know anything about. I don't want to get into another game where it looks really nice and I have no one to play with, right? I actually want to play one of these, and with me getting into having, okay, so I have Magic the Gathering, Flesh and Blood, Pokemon, Weiss Schwarz, Rebirth for You. I don't know if I want to get We Cross, and I think that's the problem with a lot of these games coming out is the fact that there's so many games and they are card games. So if you're looking for like collectability, yeah, they probably have a little bit if the game survives. But at the same time, I want the playability aspect of there. I want to be able to play it. Like I even had that Card Fight Vanguard Overdose. I didn't buy a ton of it, but I just bought some, and I want to play somebody with it. I don't want another card game that sits in a drawer or a dark place that I don't actually play. Sucks. So when it comes to We Cross, do I do that? I doubt it. Guest appearances. So I wouldn't mind guest appearances. I've said all along, I gotta say it on the next video, like at the beginning and not 54 minutes in, but guest appearances, I don't mind having guest appearance. Like I said, I wanted to have a guest appearance for the D4 DJ Rebirth for You. I wanted to do that, but that person is semi-busy, and I think guest appearances are more fun. I definitely like that. I had, in the past, I've talked about it where I've had people that wanted to come on, and I gave them the disclaimer about everything that was going on, and they stopped writing back. So I think now that everything is a little bit better, that we can try again. It's always an open door. I've always said that it's an open door right now. that anybody that wants to come on can come on as long as they're respectful. There's this whole creative process that happens. It's not even a real process. Audrey's been through it. It's basically you tell me what you want to talk about. We'll figure out like the order and the night and all that, and that's it. Bang, we're in a video. So that's all that really happens. And I think partly from what I talk about, normally there's some, let's say, hesitation on coming on. How about that? From both me and that person. Like, think about this. I talk about play sets and all that. How many stores, like real stores, actually want to actually come on and talk about that when they probably hate the fact that I talk about not buying a $300 playset? There's that I talk about mapping because obviously I think mapping is a rough one. Like now that I'm talking about this, let's just talk about it right here. There is a person, and I am not 100%. This is no disrespect or anything like that. There is nothing like that. But they pulled a card and showed the place that they pulled it at. I didn't watch the video, like it was really late at night and just went to sleep. And again, no disrespect to the store or the person or anything like that. So if you know about mapping and boxes and only so many hits, if you've seen any videos of stores or online sellers that pull a card that you now know is not in there, what does that tell you? Like, what does that really mean? Like in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, great. The store, the person when they pulled it from the store, that's great that the store didn't get it, which means that they're probably a good resource to buy from in the future. But if you wanted that stuff today, like if there was extra product at that store today, does that mean you go to that store and buy it, or does that mean avoid that store because they just sold it? Like mapping and knowing these rates is so awful because it's not fair to the store. Like under that scenario that I just told you, you as a customer, if you wanted that card, you wouldn't be buying from that place. Uh, but at the same time, I understand from the store side, how is it the store's fault that someone pulled it and now they're stuck with like X number of boxes, right? That now they have to get rid of, or pretend that someone didn't pull it, or maybe they do tell the truth and then the person doesn't buy it, or they should lower the price of the product because that's gone. Like how fair is that? That isn't fair. But you see what I mean? Like the stuff that I talk about on here isn't really conducive to a whole lot of guest appearances from certain people, right? Like since I don't talk about cards, since I made the whole purpose of not talking about cards so that you can go to other channels, like it limits how much I can talk about with actual guests. So that's where it is. Like I definitely would love to have guest appearances and all that, but I by the nature of the videos that I create, it eliminates a few of those people. I'm not laughing in that way. It's just the truth. Personal finance videos. So someone asked about the personal finance videos. I think it was like a mistake, and that's why I didn't want to make a second channel. I made a few budget, like creating a budget videos on the other channel, and I haven't had time to get back to other ones. And the other side is like, so I was been busy working, but at the same time, it's like I don't know what other ones I would make. There's a lot, like what you do during 3 paycheck month, what you how much you allocate into like certain investments and things like that. Like I can talk about that, but without like any sort of inspiration or seeing what you want to see, I can't actually do that. So whoever wants to see those videos, you need to tell me what you'd want to see. I don't mind making them, and then I have to really consider is like, do I really want it on that other channel or not? I actually feel bad for people that subscribed over there, and I haven't done much with it. I mean, I showed you how to make a budget. I think if you don't have a budget, by the way, personal finance, like if you don't have a budget, you need to start making one like ASAP. Do that right away because it's very important, especially in the times that we're in. Like to make sure that it's good to like dump money in the stock market and all that. Like right, no, I wouldn't say right now, but over time, maybe like in a week, 2 weeks, month, 3 months, something like that. But you can't just look at your bank account and be like, oh shoot, I got this spare money and I'm just gonna dump it in. Like, you shouldn't be doing it that way at all. Be more firm. So that was the be more aggressive. I will. Like, in my mind, I have a lot to say about what has happened with like that Roxy card, and I did get comments and emails on this Roxy card, I will tell you. And if you look on Facebook, there's a lot of feelings towards this Roxy card. And I hate the current situation. That's what I'll say, but I'm not going to say it here. I know you said be more firm, but it's not for this video. How do you determine what's considered a fair price for a high rarity card? I need to do that video. I've been saying it for a while now. There's plenty of like timing on when you should buy these things, and where I go to figure it out. So that's where I want to go with it. At this point, that's it for Weiss Schwarz. I don't have anything else. When I do have plenty to say, but I don't think I'm going to say it here. Outside of Weiss Schwarz, this is the part where so if you're still out here and you wanted to hear about Weiss Schwarz of this channel, it's pretty much over for this video. So I'm going to keep on talking. I'm going to drink this water because I'm done. So if you're going to leave, if you're done with, I should have did this as a live stream, but with my internet and electricity like kicking off, I did not want to just attempt to make a live stream of this. So if you're out of here at this point of the video, I don't know what I'm about to say after this, but I'm going to keep on talking. So I do actually have one thing. I got something from writestuff.com. I got some anime, not anime, I got manga. So I'm going to open that up. But anyways, if you are out of here because it's Weiss Schwarz, then as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good one. If you're still here, then I got this box. This is the first time I ordered anything off of Rate Stuff Anime. So hold on, I was actually pumped. And I ordered it like 4 months ago. Here's this dirty box, so I'm not going to put it on my table because it's pretty dirty. It's got a hole in it. Anyways, I will say, holy crap. The nice part about it is, I just like bent the book, is it's actually packaged really well. You see that? So nice. Packaged really well. I do appreciate people that send you stuff with packaging like that. So this is Classroom of the Elite. I am really pumped for this. So for the longest time, this was out of stock, and I finally got this light novel. I've been reading it because I read that light novel 1, 2, and part of 3 was from the first season of the anime. So I'm like, I'll go back and read it at some point because I'm not going to just wait around for this to become available. These things were a pain in the ass to get, and I didn't know Right Stuff Anime, what they do is if you order anything as like one giant thing, they wait for all of it for the most part. Not all the time. Sometimes they'll ship out early, but they'll wait for your whole order and then send it. So it took forever because, what do we got here? We got Classroom of the Elite. Let me just see. So this is light novel number 1 as well. And this is the manga number 1. Just came out. So this whole time, look at this thing. I am so excited. So it's going to be cool to see like how the anime went, season 1 went, versus the light novel versus the manga. So I get to do that today. Actually, I have to do taxes first. Yeesh. Oh, I had to do taxes. So you can see the different covers for light novel versus the manga, and the thickness. There you go. But yeah, taxes, personal finance. What do you do with what do you do with your tax refund and all that good stuff? I know people like do those exemptions or withholdings so that they don't get any refund back. That's too much effort for me. I know people say that all the time that you need to do that, but I don't. I really don't like it. I'd rather get the refund back and not have the money at the time than actually owe the government. Because when you deal with like stock and all that, then you have like I don't want that headache. But this is the one I've been waiting for a while because people already got in the box. I didn't actually watch it, but this came out about a month ago. It got pushed back because of the pandemic, but I got this. Dude, it's stuck. Come on, baby. It's like it's giving birth. Okay, this is, oh my god, it looks so nice. Maybe I should use this other camera. Hold on. Nope, don't want that. Don't want that. Okay, this. Check it out. I'm excited. This is one of my disappointments about why the right stuff thing coming together. If I knew that, I would have just ordered it separately. The Quintessential Quintuplets manga 1 through 7. It was a collection in this box. Stupid light above, you can see it. We got our girls right here. Look at that. Yes, Itsuki is just sitting on top of Ichika, or at least have her legs resting. We got Nino. Does this all go together? I was thinking, like, you know, when you saw this here, that like Miku would be here, but she's not. That's kind of odd, actually. Now that I that I look at that, like, you couldn't find any other picture where, yo, oh, I get it. It's because the second half needs to be here, which means this goes here. Then we're gonna get Miku. So that means I have to wait for this other one to finish this Miku part. I was like, wait a second. It's kind of weird. And then you won't be able to see this one here. So the cool part about this one is there are 2 reversible posters inside. And how much did it cost? It costed, this thing says $76.93 is how much it would have costed me for it. So this is actually my first. No, that's not true. Haruhi was, I bought Haruhi manga, but obviously I just watch anime, so I wanted this to be like one of my, I guess it can't be my first one, so one of the few manga that I own would be Quintessential Quintuplets. So I gotta wait for part 2. Stab. I really want to see this poster. I want to open this up. I'm not using professional knives or something like that. I just have this really dull scissors that my niece actually hates. Let's check out this poster, man. I see it. It's right off there and to the right. Yeah, so that's all I've been doing. I've been working a lot lately. I guess I gotta do taxes and just trying to hang on to my sanity from all the work that I've been doing. I seriously can't wait to pay off this house. I don't know what I'm gonna do after. In my mind, I keep thinking in my head, like, I will keep working this job as long as I can because it's a nice paying job. People are really nice and I get a lot of days off. But I don't know how much longer I can hold on. Unfortunately, I don't know how that is. So this thing looks like a really big poster. I'm gonna stand up. I really hope these aren't one of these things where it's gonna be a pain in the ass to like put back together. This thing looks huge. Oh man. Oh my god. Look, it's Miku. I'm like looking like this because I can't see obviously if I hold this to to you. And here's Nino. Oh man, look at her. Upset Nino. You get a little thigh there for all the people that love thighs. There you go. Oh, look at her. Yes, I can fold this back. You ever had to do one of those emergency blankets? Like these space blankets that you take camping? I opened one of those and I'm like, I have no idea how you fold that thing back up. It was like the worst thing ever. So we got here. We got Itsuki, little lady, and then we got Ichika. Noticeably missing would be then Yotsuba. I don't know why she got left off. I think it would have been nice to actually have a one of those sides to have all the girls on there. That would be cool. Like I'm definitely down for it. Probably then my favorite was the Miku. Nino looked a little sad there. Not going to not going to use that side. Uh, what else? I don't know what else would I really want to say. I know a lot's been going on um, lately. I think there's a lot of fatigue with Weiss Schwarz. Like what I mean is, I like I like spinning with scissors. This is something that I had at work, but since I'm work from home, I took it at home. Like when I would think, I would just spin these scissors, and then I would look and see the look of horror on my boss's face as she was like, "You're gonna cut your throat, both of them." Um, Obviously, this thing is dull. It could barely cut through that plastic over there, but I think there's a lot of fatigue thinking of like prices and players, investors, and all that, like all the way around. Like I said, I've gotten a lot of emails talking about this, and I would say it's like at some point it's not a bad idea to just step away for a little bit and take off, talk to somebody, think about something else to do, hang out with people, go get a drink. Like, and I don't mean like use alcohol to like wash away your problems. I mean like go get a drink as have fun with people. Like just, and I'm not saying you're not having fun with people. Just step away from this game and just think about something else. I think that's an okay to do thing to do. I would say if you're going to do that, make sure you look at the product list and make sure there's nothing that you want coming out, because I'm pretty sure you're going to be disappointed if your best anime in the world that you love the most comes out and you totally miss it. That'd be disappointing. So I would say before you step away, take a look at the product schedule and make sure that there's nothing on there that you don't want, and then take that little break of time. I think there's been a lot happening with Weiss Schwarz um, for many different reasons. Like, and this is that be firm thing again. It's not. I didn't mean to even talk about any of like this at all, so I'm not going to bring it up here. But um, there's a lot of people in this for various different reasons. Um, so I think it's one of those ones where you need to find the good in the game. And if you don't see the good in the game, like the reason why you're here playing it, collecting it, we know people on here, like from the survey, said they like playing this, like they like having the anime. It's a laid back game and stuff. But if you have lost that meaning, like if you took my survey right now and said why, that's part of the reason why I had that one question about, why are you still in this? Here. If you answered these questions and you kind of just forced yourself to write it, like you don't have any fun with it, then I would say, you know what, maybe it's a good time to take a break and do other things and then come back to it if that's what you so choose to do. But if it's not fun anymore, then why spend the money on it? Doing all this stuff and all that. Like go and like get a book. Get a book, read it. And instead of like thinking about, oh my god, I say, oh my god, because I'm like, look at this. They got, I mean, most people do have color. It's Kushida. And we got Horikta. But you got I don't know how you got Kushida. There's nothing rated R in there. So, but man, I'm gonna read this later. That's what I'm gonna do. Talking about playing games and looking at cards. I'm gonna read this later. Oh, anyways, take your break. Hopefully, the person that needed to take a break before. Hopefully, you're doing all right. If you're out there somewhere, sir, just let me know how you've been. But really, do what you like to do. I think it's so easy to get caught up in everything. But when you step back and think about it, like why you actually love this game or why you actually like collecting whatever you want to do, there's so many other things out there. There's books, there's Kujis, which my sister did that video and I still haven't like edited properly, and I'm not going to put it up until I do that. There's so many things out there to see and do. That was a commercial. Which commercial was that? It was like Dorney Park. Dorney Park. This I think it was Dorney Park. I don't know. Um, oh, and I would honestly love to like work at Springfest. Springfest would be cool. Does anybody want a promo card? Me handing out. I imagine myself donning that event staff T-shirt and handing out promo cards. I think that would be, to me, I think it would be fun. Like the whole Walmart greeter thing. Like, hello, welcome, welcome to Springfest. Here's your promo card. Or do you want this promo card? Or oh my God, we're out of deck boxes. I'm sorry, you were too late because you came on a Sunday and we ran out on Saturday, so you're screwed. Something like that. I think that'd be funny, just to do and just to meet people. Not like people know who I am, but at the same time, it's I just think it'd be nice to actually, since I don't have that LGS, to meet some people out there in the world. I think that would be pretty fun. And I need a haircut. Just need that too. This is a mess right now. I think that's it. I think that I'm good to go outside of this. Um, so yeah, it's been an interesting time, but again, I appreciate those who filled out the survey. I'm not gonna do a survey every time. I am definitely not going to write giveaway on a giveaway. I'll write giveaway on, I guess, the winner announcement like this video, but I'm not, when I do giveaways, I'm not gonna do a giveaway like that. I really do want to just get people that want to watch these videos, that want to just hang out and talk. I think that's what makes, right here, community. We use community use loosely, but you know, my people, the people that just want to hang out and talk, the people that realize I'm here to talk about anime and cards, and um, I'm not a full blown like investor person. Like I actually do just like this game and I do like anime. So you people that understand that part about me, that don't misunderstand like what people always thought about me, that that's the people I want to get. And but so understand that I'm not going to throw giveaway on these videos, on the ones that I'm going to actually do a giveaway on, because I'm just not trying to attract people for whatever reason. Okay, so outside of that, I'm like flicking my hair on. My wife likes when I do that. She is upstairs right now, hiding away from this video because she does not want to be in it. I wanted her to spin the wheel so then I can blame it on her, but she did not want to be in this video, so she's not there. But as always, I appreciate all of you. I think it's good. I like doing these things where I can just talk. I miss those days. The days of Twitch where I could just come home from, you know, a long day of work, just turn it on, play a game, and just talk to people. I think that was a lot of fun back then. I do miss that a lot. I really do miss that a lot. Those were good times, like doing that, but I don't have the time to commit to that, unfortunately, so I'm just bearing it in the back of these YouTube videos. That's where I am. And yeah, I think 2022 where we are right now, I think we're in a good spot for Weiss Schwarz. Like outside of like what's going on with Mushoku Tensei, like it seems like it's gonna be a good time. Like there's gonna be hopefully more stores that do actual like tournaments in store versus like pretending that they do to get promo cards to sell on TCG Player. We actually have some tournaments in live person. We hopefully may have some online ones, and the player base, collector base is definitely growing, as seen with my pie chart. Right? There's not just full blown investors. It's actual what I thought was happening all along, which was collectors coming in and converting over to actually just at least try out the game, which is really cool too. My throat is really dry, so that's why I'm talking like differently than I did in the beginning. Anyways, I hope you all have a wonderful Saturday. If you're dealing with snow like I am, good luck on shoveling. It looks like it's stopped now, but I don't think we're still gonna go bowling. Like we were supposed to go bowling at 2 o'clock for a nephew birthday, but I still have to shovel out 4 or 5 inches of snow. Well, use a snowblower, and I don't know what the roads actually look like. So probably not gonna happen today, which means it's taxes. That's probably why I keep talking. I don't want to do taxes right now. I don't want to do it. I want my refund, but I don't want to do it. So anyways, as always, if you need anything, if you need to talk to somebody about Weiss Schwarz investing, like Weiss Schwarz, personal budgeting, anything like that, or you just need someone to talk to. Like if you need someone just to just write because you got nobody else, I'm here. Like I don't mind at all. Like people, there's probably people in the world that just don't care. I think it's one of those ones where, you know what, if I could help you out, like as a person to listen to, then I'm good with that. Like that's what we're here for. It's that community, meeting new people, playing good. Like comment, you can probably mark 4 that I didn't fill this out either, but you can probably mark me down there. I think it's really cool to meet some of you, and yeah, there's always going to be people out in the world that don't like you and all that, and I don't care about that. Like I just ignore it. I've done that all my life. I'm gonna ignore it. Like like I was one of those people that just one more thing that always hated high school. I was one of those people that like I just wanted out of high school because of the phoniness that was there, and like with the people that would try to talk to me, like it wasn't being sincere or anything like that. So I just wanted out. College was like the greatest time ever because you got to meet like a whole host variety of different people, and you know what, if you didn't want to deal with them, you didn't have to. Like that was the nice part. That was like my escaping this. So same thing. Like no matter where you go in the world, you're gonna disagree with people. You're gonna have people dislike you for whatever reason. But there are people out there in the world that are willing to hear you out and just listen to you and be a person there that can help you or something like that. So if you need anything, feel free. If you want to come on the show, feel free. That's the guideline. You got to write me and you got to tell me what you want to talk about, or maybe I'll tell you what we should talk about. But always open to having a discussion with anybody, as long as you're not gonna be a jerk. Okay, so if the words that you type to me have anything that resemble the word debate in it, then you're more than likely not gonna be able to come on here. If you want to just have a nice discussion, then yeah, we're good. We're good all day long. I'll have that. And you don't even have to come on here. I've told people all along, you can email me. Hell, you could even just talk to me. It doesn't have to be recorded or anything. Like if you just need to talk, we talk. Okay. Dang, this is a really long video. Okay, anyways, I'm out of here. Have an awesome Saturday. It should be a good one. And I don't know. Go play some games. Go drink some drinks. Go eat some food. And hang out with your loved ones, right? All right, see you later.